Does does the continuous living and working together impose any temperamental stress upon you?
No, actually, it's quite lucky because we've been together now for 40 years.
All of you get along pretty well.
Well, we've been each other's friends for years now, a long time.
I've never met them yet.
You know, I knew George and John at school.
I don't even know the girl.
And so we are each other's friends, so we get along.
It's a load of rubbish.
You get
As
along
well
pretty
as
well.
best friends do, yeah, which is lucky.
Yeah.
Think about it, I'd never actually done it before. I joined the Beatles as an already set up affair.
Maybe we could just do a few sessions with him and with Paul, and a few with, you know.
Sort of say the story, and then they say, brother of former Beatle Paul, in all the articles. I was thinking of jigging it to say former brother of Beatle Paul.
Very clear.
I mean, that was the big thing for me when it happened in the '66. It was after that, everything else seemed like hard work. You know, it was a job. It was like doing something I didn't really want to do. I was losing interest in being fab at that point.
Will there be more Beatles records coming out soon?
There's a Beatles album coming out in January, which we finished a few months back. That's the next thing, and a Beatle film.
Which Beatles album? What is this? Original, new?
Yeah, Get Back. It was the one that was scheduled for before Abbey Road, but now it's after it to tie it up with the film, which is a documentary of us suffering making the thing.
Why suffering?
Well, we were going through hell. We often do, you know.
How? And I don't understand. Well, to most people, it looks like, you know, wow, it's so great. The four of you just get into a studio and you make music.
It's torture.
I mean, all artists go through
It's
suffering,
torture
don't they?
every time we produce anything, you know. I mean, any artists, poets, or anything, whatever you call yourselves, listening, know what it's like. Well, the Beatles haven't got any magic you haven't got. You know. We suffer like hell every time we make anything.
I mean, they're flesh and blood, you know, it's that bit.
And we got each other to contend with. Imagine working with the Beatles, man. It's tough scene.
I heard a crazy story that, and I don't know if it's true. So you're about to put out the McCartney solo album. The Beatles are done. The Beatles decide to put out Let It Be. Ringo, this is crazy to me, comes to your house with a letter from John and George and Ringo saying you are not to put out your McCartney album at the same time we're putting out a Beatles album. But Ringo hand delivers this.
I know.
You took him and threw him right out of the fucking house.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I don't blame you.
It was bad enough that we were splitting up.
Yeah.
It was bad enough that all that money we'd earned and all that fame was going down the pan.
Yes.
And there was this guy who was going to take it all. And it was that close.
Yes.
And I was having to fight. I said, no, guys, we can keep it. We don't have to give it to this guy, you know. And as Ringo delegated to come round to me and tell me, because my release date was firmly fixed.
Yes.
And everyone knew this was the release date. So I was going, okay, well, this is okay.
Yeah.
And then they come round, Ringo comes around and he says, no, you won't.
With his legal paper.
Fuck off! Get out of my house!
Oh, my God.
And he did.
The Beatles is not a normal story. It's a supernatural story. And the pressure was supernatural.